For this work, I have created an ambient film score to the ending scene of the 2011 film Contagion. So my artistic vision to accompany the scene was to express how seemingly random, chaotic natural factors can converge to result in a sort of dangerous, eerie coincidence. And in my case, those factors were mainly rhythm and pitch, and that central convergence was represented through a polyrhythm. So to briefly explain the production process, the central polyrhythm idea was based around the fact that the period a sample takes to complete its loop increases as the pitch decreases. So by taking one of the sounds that had a click, you could move the second of the two rhythms from a G to a flattened E to get from a 3-2 polyrhythm to a 5-4 polyrhythm with all the chaos in between. Adding to that haunting rhythmic convergence is the fact that the final E you're hearing is about 2 Hz short of being a correctly tuned E4, which has its own disorientating effect. To create that constant bicycle sounding effect, I used 3 low frequency oscillators to modulate panning pitch and frequency, and then sync that up using automation with when the bat takes flight, both because it imitates that sound, but also has this mechanical effect of a plan falling into motion. So some final production elements worth noting were that arpeggiated melody had a delay that was metronomically synced up to go from the left to the right to mimic the motion from left to right that was happening on the screen. And then finally, those percussive sounds added were there to support that sort of metallic bicycle sound, while also adding a 6/8 feel to disrupt that rhythm. In terms of challenges, the biggest for this project was definitely issues with the precision of the rhythmic loops I was creating. So because so many of the frequencies didn't nicely multiply between each other, I ended up having to make very slight adjustments to the tuning while having the metronome tick in the background just to ensure they would line up. So work ended up being having to loop samples more than I wished, which led to issues like louder than normal clicking you hear in the polyrhythm section. So in the future, I could have used a plugin to automatically tune a note according to a frequency I wanted it to be. There were lots of clicks in other tracks that might have interfered with what I was trying to do with the polyrhythm that were very hard to remove with EQ, but I tried to suppress that. However, I don't think the track overloaded the scene, and I used a lot of EQ to avoid muddiness, and the scoring that was there I believe was quite effective. So overall, I would say the track was reasonably successful.